Welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. We're documenting your journey, one digital footprint at a time. Taylor, did you notice that I got that memorized? I got that down, right down to, you see, I memorized it. I memorized it.
There you go.
I have an accountant's mind.
Oh, you got it. I can recognize an accountant's mind when I see one.
And I have with me the founder, CEO, principal bookkeeper, Ina Korenzvit.
That's right.
That's a Russian last name.
That is. Wow, I'm
Yes.
impressed. Not only did you pronounce it well, but you knew it was originally from Russia.
Well, I just know many things.
Yeah, you're a smart guy.
I'm a man that knows many things.
There you got it.
Tell us a little bit about your business.
So we provide professional bookkeeping services to small to medium-sized companies,
Okay.
Primarily to business owners who don't have enough work or enough funding to keep a full-time bookkeeper on staff,
Oh, okay.
or those who either don't like bookkeeping or don't know how to do it. And that's where we come in and we customize our services to the needs of our clients, do as much or as little as they want. We can take over everything or just part of their bookkeeping, anything that they're ready and want to outsource.
Well, that's amazing. So in other words, you custom tailor to, and you adapt to whatever the needs of the
Totally.
client is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's
our
great.
client's need is our primary objective. So when we come in, we don't tell them what they need, we ask them, what do you need? And that's what we'll do. Yeah.
So this is your business. You started it how long ago?
Well, I've been working as a bookkeeper all of my professional career, or most of it, other than some work while I was going to university. So this is over 25 years. I took some time off to raise a family, and this was a mutual decision between me and my husband that I would be a stay-at-home mom. I never regret it. It's the best job I've ever had.
Raising the kids.
Right, raising my kids, being there for them when they come from school. I loved it.
Was that a very tough decision for you to say, you know what? Because it strikes me,
Yeah.
Ina, forgive me, but it strikes me that you have this passion for account. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to have it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't stay 25 years
Right.
in the same industry,
Yeah.
correct? So was it tough for you to put your passion on hold while you raise your family?
You know, it's interesting that you should ask that because I tell all my kids none of them was an accident. And so before having kids, my husband had long conversation. Are we ready? What do we want to do? Can we afford it? So yes, this was a difficult decision, but it was a conscious one.
And how long were you in this hiatus?
About 2 years before we had our first son.
Okay.
And so we decided that you can hire a person to feed your child, to change diapers, to take care of them. You can't pay enough money to raise a responsible, self-reliant, belonging, loving, contributing human being. And I feel, I'm not saying this for all the women, my husband's and my decision is that nobody will do it better than a mother. And so we decided to do without some financial wants. And being a good bookkeeper, I divide everything between wants and needs.
There you go.
So my husband provided for all our needs. We had to do without some wants, but I was there for my kids when they needed me and raising them myself.
That's
Well,
the best
with-
decision you made in your life.
Absolutely, I never regret it. Having said that, it was always in the back of my mind to have a career and to be a business, woman. And so I continued my education and stayed with my skills throughout the 18 years that I was home with my kids. And basically my workload would expand by the time that my kids freed up. So when I was home with them all day, I would only maybe do a couple of hours in the evening or weekends. When they went to school, I expanded my work hours to the time that they were in school, and so on and so forth. So I kept up with my bookkeeping skills.
Was it hard to balance that, Ina?
It was super hard because not only did I have to work and take care of the kids, I had to budget and I had to make do with something that we didn't have. So I couldn't afford to hire a cleaning lady. I had to do that myself. I had to think of dinner menus that would be cost effective to feed a big family just because I had to work within a very small budget. So also working, it's not like I could hire a babysitter to be home with my kids and go to work. I had to do it after they would go to sleep. So many nights I would have like 2 hours of sleep.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but it would seem to me that you did not see yourself as a superwoman. You saw yourself as somebody that, hey, I am doing the best for my family,
Yeah.
the best for my kids. This is what I need to do.
Oh, absolutely. And people would point that out to me and say, hey, you're a superwoman, you're doing all this for your kids
Oh.
and you're working. I'm like, doesn't every mother do this for their family? But it was shocking to see that no, not everybody was as dedicated as I was, but I can only do things one way, and that's well. So everything I do, I can only do one way, well or not at all. So.
How old were you when you came from the old country?
I was 9 years old, and I came with my mother and my brother, adult brother. And so basically, I had to take care of myself for the majority of that time because I didn't speak any English. My mother and brother had to provide, and so they would go straight to work. They had to learn English. So many days I would get up by myself, go to sleep by myself, go to school by myself. So that taught me life skills basically very quickly.
To be self-reliant.
Self-reliant, self-sufficient, how to make money, because I almost right away went to work babysitting, even without speaking any English, but I guess that I love kids, so I was doing pretty good job.
So you figure it out, you come to this country and you figured, hey, I can make money.
Yeah, I can make money. Plus, you know, as a young girl or a teenager, I wanted things, and the only way to get those is with money. Nobody handed them to me, so I worked so that I can buy makeup and jewelry and clothes and whatever I wanted to have.
So now let's move forward in time. So
Sure.
your kids are now raised, and now you are free, if you will, to pursue your passion.
Right. And this is what I wanted to do all along. Not that I couldn't wait for them to grow up, because it's the saddest moment of my life when my youngest son, who is 18, moved out, which was just like a few months ago. He just started at ASU.
Did you throw like this huge party at your house? Woo, finally he's out?
No, I was mourning. I was telling my kids, I don't know how I'm going to survive, because I love a busy household, and
Yes.
we have a great dynamic. So when the kids are home, we laugh and we joke, and we just have the best time. And here I was alone in a huge house, well, huge for me because it's empty now,
Sure.
with my husband, and I'm like, I want my kids back. But, as a parent, we raise them and we want them to be independent and move out and, be a productive adults themselves. But
Right. So now, aside from, of course,
Yeah.
having given up that passion
Yeah.
or put it on hold for a while, what was your major obstacle that you found in being an entrepreneur?
Well, it's hard to switch gears. It's hard to start from the beginning because even though I was in the industry part-time, it's different than finding clients, conveying to them what you offer, convincing them that it's worth their while to outsource instead of working evenings and nights and weekends only
Trying
to
to
find
prove
out
yourself.
that they did it wrong.
Right.
And so getting out there and presenting myself, switching gears, putting myself in a different frame of mind, that was very difficult.
So in other words, the networking, the promoting your brand, which is you,
Right.
that was hard.
Very hard. I mean, I'm getting better at it as I'm out there. Plus, I don't know if you noticed, I don't have a problem with self-confidence. So that wasn't the difficult part, but just,
You never struck me as somebody that would have any problem whatsoever with being self-confident.
Right.
But that self-confidence comes from who in your family? Your mother?
I don't know. I think, I sort of diagnosed myself, but I think I'm naturally an introvert who taught myself to be an extrovert because that's what I needed to survive. In other words, I didn't have somebody advocating for me, taking me by the hand to register me to school. And I remember when I came to the high school to actually register myself by myself, and the principal or whoever told me, well, you have to come with your parents. I'm like, hey, it's either me or I won't be coming to school because my mother just works and studies and I just can't get her to come here. Not that she was a bad mother, she was wonderful and very loving. Right. That was the only way to provide for the family, and she had to work.
What's the best advice you're going to give that young entrepreneur, that young mom, who is or facing the same dilemma, if you will, that you faced many years ago? What advice are you going to give?
I would say that even when times look bad, you can make it if you persevere, if you have a goal, if you're hardworking, if you believe in yourself, you can do it. Never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up. No.
You're inspirational, man. You're just
Thank you.
you give me that power inside, and then you have that. It's very. It would be difficult, you know, when somebody thinks of a bookkeeper, right? Somebody has a different. How shall I say? Perhaps a different perception, and we have our own prejudices, and we see people under a different light. But
Sure.
but you are definitely a master at your craft of bookkeeping. But also, you have that inspirational behind you that you learn because of your experience, of your self-reliance, of your upbringing.
Well, I'm hoping to do that for my clients. I don't want to be a dry person, comes in, crunches the numbers and leaves. I'm there to help them, maybe to encourage them, to give them good advice, and really help to see my clients progress and grow.
Beautiful. I'm going to give you a little gift.
Thank you.
This gift is from the office pile. We're going to give you a 30-day membership.
Wonderful.
If you can't use it, or because you have your office or whatnot, then just give it to somebody that can use it, so they can use this beautiful space over
Absolutely.
here. And also, there is a workshop gift there for you, where you can give a workshop. I love if you could tell your story to a group of emerging women that are facing this dilemma. I mean, I think that it would be so valuable for you to tell that
I'd
story.
love that.
And so here's a little workshop
Thank you.
gift over here.
Yeah,
That,
thank you very
that
much.
that we could give that, and I will follow up with you to find out where you are a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now,
Great.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
And
And
so
I
on so
promise
forth.
you, when I get super big and successful, I'll still be your friend. So.
And you have a sense of humor to
Oh,
boot,
yeah.
which is completely dry on accountants.
Yeah. Hey, I'm unique in every way.
You are my hero,
Thank you.
and we're out.